All right, everyone, this is our framework that has got over $35 million of revenue generated. We're gonna walk you through exactly what we're going to do, not only with our funnel, but what is the protocol you need to follow when you're building a funnel, whether it's for leads, sales, customer acquisition, whatever it is, it's universal and it works. So the first thing we need to mention here is that the offer is the engine. Before any ads, before the funnel, any clever tricks, this is made so that you can find the offer painfully clear and that it is one outcome completely driven to one result. So the reason why most funnels fail is because people pretend traffic is the problem. Traffic is actually never the problem, okay? We have 6 billion users using social media every single day. Our total accessible market is going to depend on whatever our offer is or whatever the industry is that we're actually focusing on, okay? So as you can see here, the top of the funnel is where most of the people are going to view the ad. The next step from here in phase one is to get them to view the funnel, take the action, and then close either as a sale or a lead. So your outcomes must be clear, number one. When we talk on the funnel, we need to make sure that we are outcome driven, okay? And the third thing is you must be focused on customer benefit. Nobody is going to buy from you. Nobody's going to buy from us if we are talking about how good Team Bravo is. Genuinely, nobody cares. We want to focus on the outcome. So for example, if we're focusing on selling a product to pregnant women, we want to focus on what benefits it has for their pregnancy period and not just what benefits it has if you were to buy it right now or the special sale that we have on because we're desperate, okay? The final thing that is very important with any funnel is it must be what is in demand right now. If it's not in demand or it's not currently selling, your funnel will just not work, okay? And this is phase one, turning cold traffic into a destination for people to go and view whatever it is that we're trying to push them towards. Now, the other misconception that people have is that I can just build a funnel and people are automatically going to go to the funnel. This is not true, okay? We know this because we've launched funnels before and people don't want to click on the ad, right? And you see this a lot with, for example, construction funnels or people that are just running a cold lead gen service where they will say, okay, I'm going to build this funnel and I'll just use some static images that I've got off a Canva document or a Canva template. And then you can see the ads just don't convert because nobody knows what the offer is actually about. So this is the first layer, okay? As you can see here. The goal for the cold traffic is for them to view the funnel. That is it. One goal, one outcome. I want my viewers to go from scrolling on their Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook to seeing whatever it is that I'm going to put in front of them. So for this, we need to make sure that everything that we do here must be clear, okay, at the ad level, must be outcome driven again, and you'll hear this a lot, and it must be focused on customer benefit. Now, where most businesses fail, or most creators fail, is we don't have, or they don't have, sorry, a pattern disruptive system. So what that means is if I'm sitting on my phone all day, okay, I'm consuming hours and hours worth of content. Why should someone click on my ad? If I'm just doing a general talking head video, it's not going to work. You need to make sure whatever ad you're putting out there is clear. It shows them exactly what life can be like if they use said product or service, or it's focused on a benefit that's going to come directly to them from consuming whatever you're selling, okay? So the rule of thumb here is that nobody knows you. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody cares what you're selling. So make it about them. Simple as that, okay? Our ads are only going to exist for one job. It's going to force them to give us the right to use their eyeballs for 3 seconds, okay? A very good ad and a top level ad speaks directly to the ICP, your ideal customer profile's daily pain, and stops them from scrolling, okay? It disrupts the pattern. Now I've got here some examples, and we'll talk about this a little bit later in the video when we talk about our Bravo funnel. We've got some good examples of good ads and bad ads, okay? First of all, let's go through the bad ads. The reason why these are bad ads, let's start with the first one here, Iman Gadzi. It's a bad ad because it just looks like every other person that films a video inside of their studio, inside of their office, even in their bedroom. Second one is obviously just AI generated, and it shows me not much, okay? It shows me a girl talking with one little pain point. It's not enough. If you want to show me a pain point, show me something that really hurts, not some girl smiling. That's not an outcome that I can feel, okay? Third one is talking head videos. These were great 6 months ago, they're gone now. So we'll get rid of these completely from our strategy. And the last one here is it's just way too complicated. Nobody cares what a Google dashboard looks like. Nobody cares what the result is. They care about more money in their pocket or more time. A good ad, on the other hand, is something that instantly gets your attention. So you can see here with Hormozy, the green guys, these guys were like so famous when they were filming. And this is something that we're going to implement for our funnels. Me and Josh have been speaking about it. We're going to make sure our ads are ridiculous, like whatever it takes, okay? Because we need to get people off the screen. We need to get them off Instagram and onto our platform, onto our real estate. Third one here is Sabri Subi, okay? If I see someone scrolling, if I'm scrolling and I see someone holding a rooster, I'm going to hear him for 5 seconds at least, okay? And the last one here is Mark Zuckerberg. Now this has no context, and you might think to yourself, why would I stop on him? Number one, he's famous. Everybody knows who he is. And number two, where a lot of these ads actually work well is they have a good pattern disruptor. So they stop you from scrolling. And then the actual ad copy is what wins. The comments and the actual caption that they put, that's what gets them over the line. So now the real source. Let's get into the real source. And this is why I want everyone to really focus, okay? Because this is going to explain to us the exact logic of what we're doing and why we're doing it. Now, the whole point of a funnel, so hey, be with us. The whole point of the funnel, okay, is to remove thinking. You with me? Okay, please stay with me here. The whole point of the funnel is to remove thinking. They need to have a one-click, one option, one destination strategy. Our job isn't to impress them, over-explain, anything like this. Our job is to simply do one thing and one thing only, and it's to remove decision fatigue. If there's too many options, book a call and take the quiz and use this calculator, they're going to end up staying there and they're not going to know what to do, okay? So we need to make whatever our call to action is, the next step has to be very obvious for them, and it has to be off the principle, which is, okay, what is the outcome that I want? And if I click this button, does it bring me one step closer to my outcome? Okay? Most good funnels actually feel very simple. For the reason is that you don't need to think too much. It just pushes you directly to where you want to go. And that's exactly what we have in our funnel elements. We need to make sure, number one, it is very clear, one call to action per page. Okay? So for our funnel, I believe it's take the stress test, okay, which we'll show in the next video. The second one is you need to talk directly to your ideal customer. You need to do the research and find out, I know exactly what this person wants, what problems he's having, why he's dealing with it on a daily basis, what they're talking about, and how I can be the one to solve that issue, okay? Must be focused on decision paralysis. So what this means is, if we have too many decisions that they need to make in one funnel, they will not know what decision to make. Most of the time, people don't know what they want. I needed AirPods for so long. I didn't buy them because I didn't know I needed them. I got them as a gift. I use them every day. So we need to show people that this is the direct outcome that you need. And then after you use it, it's going to work. Clear sales process, which I'll go to in a second. The funnel has to have temptation. It has to have sex appeal. It needs to look good. It needs to be classy. It needs to be nice. It needs to fit the vibe. Must have case studies and success. This is very important because nobody trusts me, nobody trusts you, nobody trusts anyone on the internet. So we actually lay out our case studies in multiple different ways. Number one, we have social proof, which is from, maybe a Forbes or a news article, whatever. Number two, we have case studies, people that have worked with us, their success. And the third one could be Google reviews or video reviews, whatever. Okay, very essential parts. Now, let's dive a little bit into the process of the funnel and what is the logic behind it. So First things first, the customer or the viewer is going to start with discovery. They're going to find us on the platform. We're going to push them to a lead magnet or a micro magnet. We're going to nurture them after that. Then we're going to give them our core offer, whether it's high ticket, school community, whatever it is, and then finally a downsell. So what that looks like for us is, and if there's any questions, please feel free to ask. Number one, they come to the landing page. From there, depending on your call to action, for ours it's take the quiz. For other businesses, it could be subscribe, register, pre-register, pre-sales, whatever it might be. From there, you'll realize whether they're qualified or not. So for our qualifications, we will have a set of questions that ask them how much do they spend a year on marketing, how much money does their business generate, where are they located, blah, blah, blah. All the things that we want to work with and disqualify what we don't want to work with. If they are qualified, they'll go to step 3, then step 4, then question?
Yeah, I remember you saying yesterday about manually pushing them along this process. Is this part going to be automated or is this part going to be manual?
So in our specific funnel, it'll be automated.
Okay.
But in some cases, for example, let's take a construction company, for example. So let's say the main step here is they come to the landing page saying, hey, build your dream home with us. Their one could be a calculator, a free calculator. Calculate what it's going to cost to build your decking, okay? Qualified or not qualified is dependent on the builder, because if they want a 50 square meter deck for 10 grand, that's probably not qualified, for them. But they could potentially qualify them by calling them up and say, hey,
And then they'll manually see them as an inquiry, and then they'll move that to basically to the remarketing zone.
Correct. Wherever they want to push them after that. Okay, and the really important step here for us is going to be the pixel fire in different situations. So we have a pixel fire on a view page, and we have a pixel fire at step 4. The reason why we want a pixel fire at step 4 always is so that we can retarget them with case studies saying how amazing the builder is or how amazing Team Bravo is, wherever it is. So for us, in our case, it's going to be when they go to that step 4 and they've viewed the content, then we'll push our results there, how we transform this person.
We've got that 4:30 as well, by the way, today.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, of course. Okay, from there, shows or no shows, from there you'll get the sale, etc. Now, if they don't, they go through the not qualified sequence, which will be just nurturing, talking about how good we are, how good the product is for them, how we can change their life, and we just keep pushing them through. And this is clear here in all of our funnels that we've studied, whether it's Iman Ghazi's funnel, whether it's Sabri Subi's, or whether it's our own funnels. We can see that, number one, clear offer. Okay, he's got a very clear offer here that he's giving something away for free. Sends them to a VSL with a form where they'll have to qualify themselves. If they do qualify, they get pushed to another special offer or freebie, which is going to generally be something like, hey, download this, special access, for $97 you can get all of this for free, blah, blah, blah. Sabri, on the other hand, obviously he's got multiple funnels. He has got straight to a questionnaire, which we can also set up, no problem. It's not going to be an issue for us. Then the rest of the pages will just be a VSL. So in the case of Bravo, for the example, ours will be basically exactly like Iman's, and then the next page will just be another video, and then another video after that, okay? Now the last phase here is the action phase. And this is where most businesses lose, but this is we will not lose. Why? Because we have a very good team and I trust in every single person that we can get this done. Traffic alone is not going to pay the bills. What we do after this funnel is what is going to determine whether or not we actually make money from this. You with me, guys? The most important thing here is that once we grab their attention, once we push them through the clear steps, all the offers, they run through the automations, all the extras, whatever it is, we are now depending on our system to make sure that we can actually deliver. Where we deliver not only the freebies, okay, and where we also deliver our work. Now, why is it important that automations are done here is because all of this speed and all of the clarity is going to come from the automations. It's going to separate the market. It's going to make sure we know who touched where, what they should see, what offer we should give them, and it's going to give them direct. Everyone wants everything fast. Nobody wants to wait around and someone to manually send an email, Sahib to go and make up some documents, and then have to send it to them. This is all pre-built, ready to go. Game here is volume. So again, must be clear, must have a clear upsell, downsell, clear next steps, all assets generated before we launch. That's all of our freebies. We have 4 freebies for our funnel. They all need to be generated before we even click $1 on ads. All right? And it must be automated, okay? Because people want shit fast. So, to summarize, you need to follow this checklist, and I'm gonna pop this checklist down below for everyone to see. Research, number 1, which I have already done for our funnel, but specifically if you're building another funnel, always research a couple places. Number 1, Reddit. I'll search, for example, we're doing lead generation, I'll search worst lead generation agencies. And I'll go through the comments, like I'll literally do this, and I'll see all the shit that people are talking about how shit their lead generation agency is, how much shit they spoke to them before saying, oh, they're gonna give me amazing results, and I'll go there. And I'll use that in my ad copy. Google Trends for keywords, Quora, same as Reddit, and closed groups on Facebook. I'll use that information, I'll make my copywriting exactly to the T. Script the ad, script the VSL, follow the process here, automate the sequence, and then split test the headlines on launch. And there you go, that's your funnel. The next video will show you exactly what the funnel actually looks like. And if you want, click the link down below and we'll send you this exact framework straight to your email.